BD 581, 23rd of June 1900, from man to core. Well, Jane said she didn't want to go on her own. She just got the money through from the sale of their house. Well, how the hell could I tell her it was impossible? Oh, I'll give her the tickets back tomorrow. She'll easily find someone else to go with her. I should have taken the bloody things off her in the first place. I tried to say, you know, I tried to explain that it was impossible. No, but you know what feminists are like. You say something's impossible, it's a perfect reason for doing it. Oh, wouldn't it be fantastic though, eh, War? I just lay his tea down in front of him, you know, and I turn away, all dead cash, and I go, oh, by the way, babe, I'm just popping off to Greece for a fortnight. Yeah, I just thought I'd mention it so you could put it in your diary. You don't mind having to do all your own cooking and cleaning for 2 weeks, do you? There's nothing to it, doll. The white blob on the left of the kitchen is the washing machine. And the brown blob on the right is the cooker. Yeah, don't get them mixed up, will you? Otherwise you might end up with socks on toast. Some chance they will. Some chance. Do you know what I said to him? I said I was going to Greece for a fortnight. He'd think it was for the sex. Wouldn't you all? Well, 2 women on their own going to Greece, it's obvious, isn't it? I wouldn't mind. I'm not even particularly fond of it. Sex. And I will, but I'm not. I think sex is like Sainsbury's, you know, overrated. I mean, it's nothing but a lot of pushing and shoving, and you still come out very little in the end. But of course, it would have been different if I'd have been born into the next generation, you know, our Melandra's generation. Well, it's different for them, isn't it? Because they discovered it, didn't they? The clitoris. The clitoris kids, I call them. Well, good luck to them. I don't begrudge them anything. But when I was a girl, we'd never heard of this clitoris. In those days, we thought it was just a case of in, out, shake it all about. The stars would light up the sky, the earth would tremble. The only thing that trembled for me was the airport on the bed. But of course, the clitoris hadn't been discovered then, had it? Well, I mean, I know it was always there, like penicillin or America. But something's there, but it's not really there until it's been discovered, is it? Maybe I should have married Christopher Columbus. Well, I was about 28 when I first read all about clitoris. It was dead interesting. Apparently, it was all Freud's fault, you know, Sigmund. But what happened was, Freud had said that there were 2 ways in which a woman would have an orgasm. And the main one could only be caused by the muscles, you know, inside, being stimulated. And the other one, a kind of inferior second-rate orgasm, was caused by a little clitoris. Well, that's what Freud had said. And everyone believed him. Well, you would, wouldn't you, Sigmund Freud? I mean, who's going to argue with someone with a name like Sigmund Freud? It's like, say you go at a bus stop, you and Sigmund Freud, and the bus comes along, and you say, excuse me, does this bus go to Fazakerley? And he turns to you, and he nods, and he says, yeah, this is one of the 2 buses that go to Fazakerley. Well, you get on the bus, wouldn't you? But I tell you, you'd be bloody lucky if you ever reach Fazakerley. Because there's only one bus that goes to Fazakerley. The clitoris bus. The other bus doesn't go anywhere near Fazakerley. Well, everyone had believed him, and they'd all been given out wrong information for years, you know, like they did with spinach. Oh, marvellous, isn't it? Telling people there's 2 kinds of orgasms. I mean, it's like saying there's 2 Mount Everests. I mean, some people are going to stumble on the real mountain, while the rest of us are running up this little hillock and wondering why the view's no good when we get to the top. Look, when I first read all about it, I was fascinated, wasn't I, Wall? But, do you know when you read a word for the first time and you've never heard it spoken? You can get it wrong, can't you? You can pronounce it wrong. It's like, when I was little, there was a boy in our street, and his name was Dewey, honest Dewey. His mum used to go, Dewey, your tea's ready, Dewey, come on in, Dewey. Well, apparently, when she'd been looking for a name for him, she'd been reading one of these American magazines, finds out he's getting chips and egg for his tea tonight. Well, it's Thursday, isn't it? And on Thursday, it's got to be mince. It's the 11th commandment, Moses said. Thou shalt give thy fellow mince every Thursday. And if thou doesn't, thy fellow shall have one big gob on him all night long. Oh, what'll he be like, Warlake? What will he be like when he sees it's only chips and egg? Oh, I wouldn't mind. It's not even my fault about the mince. Well, I gave it the dog, you see. This dog where I work, it's a bloodhound. And this couple I work for, they're vegans. You know, the vegetarian lunatic fringe. The Marmite tendency, I call them. Well, they brought up this dog to be a vegetarian. Well, it's not natural, is it? I mean, if God had wanted to create a vegetarian dog, he would have created it as a grape juice hound. But this dog's a bloodhound. He needs meat. Oh, it was just on impulse, really. I was there to work today and looking at this dog, and all I could think about was £1.50 of best mince I've got in my bag. Well, do you know, I think it was worth what I'm going to have to put up with from him tonight to see the look on that dog's face when it tasted meat for the first time. Mind you, not that I think Joe's going to say it quite like that. You did what? What did you do? You gave it to the dog! Have you gone bloody mental, woman? Is this it? Have you finally gone right round the pipe? Yes, Joseph, I think I have. I think I've finally gone loop the fucking loop! I've gone crazy with joy because Jane's given me the opportunity of getting away for a fortnight. Joe, I'm to travel to Greece with my companion. And now, I must away whilst you savour your chips and your chucky egg. Whilst I supervise the packing of my trunk. Oh, Brian came around earlier on. I showed him the tickets, didn't I, Lord? And what did he say? Mother, just go. Forget about me father, forget about everything. Just get yourself on that plane and go. Well, he's like that, oh, Brian, you know. You want to do something, do it, bugger the consequences.